What's going on, guys? Welcome to HomeCraft Cocktails. Cocktails you can make for the comfort of your home. My name is Briss, and for this week's cocktail, we'll be going over the Gin Fizz. The Gin Fizz recipe was first printed in 1876 in Jerry Thomas's The Bartender's Guide. It's a frothy, bubbly cocktail, very similar to the Tom Collins cocktail that we did in a previous video, only with the addition of egg white. The drink would quickly become popular in the early 20th century, especially as an end-of-the-night beverage up until Prohibition. The drink is also sometimes referred to as a silver fizz when using egg white, but there is another alternative cocktail called the gold fizz, which actually uses the egg yolk instead of white. While egg white is a somewhat common ingredient in the cocktail world, I've never quite heard of yolk before being used in a drink, so I'm not quite sure how the results of that would be, but for those that do like egg yolk and would want to try it in a cocktail, there's an option for you. Another very popular variation is the Ramos Gin Fizz, which actually incorporates heavy cream along with orange flower water, which originated in New Orleans and is still very popular there, along with just the rest of the world in general. And now with that brief history lesson out of the way, let's get down to actually making the drink. So first off, we're going to start by chilling a Collins glass by filling it with ice and water. And then you just sit your chilled Collins glass to the side for now. Next, you're going to add 2 ounces of gin to your shaker. And that shit just got everywhere. Put that a little bit too much to the top. Next, you're going to add an ounce of lemon juice. Then you want to add 3/4 of an ounce of simple syrup. And then you want to add 1 egg white to your shaker. And hopefully I don't mess this up. Just kind of swish it back and forth, allowing the egg white to drip in there like that. And if you don't want to use egg white, you might want to use a more like vegan-friendly option. You can use aquafaba, which will give you that same frothiness that the egg white will give you in the cocktail. Next, we're going to dry shake for 15 seconds. And to dry shake, you'll just shake without using ice at first. You want to make sure that you hold this really tightly because the pressure from the egg white will actually try to separate the glass from the other part of the shaker. So you want to make sure you hold this tightly. You want to make sure you open it carefully because it's going to try to explode out of there with all that added pressure. Next, you'll add 3 to 4 ice cubes to your shaker and then regular shake or wet shake for about 10 seconds and then double strain into your chilled Collins glass. Then we're going to double strain like so. That way we're getting rid of any shards of ice that are in there because we want it to be nice and smooth. Now, you don't have to double strain it, but it is very helpful for that extra added smoothness to the drink. Then you're going to top with club soda to the top. And finally, completely optional, you can add a garnish if you want, like a lemon wedge or a wheel or lemon twist. I'll be doing a lemon wheel, but like I said, it is not mandatory by any means. And there you have a Gin Fizz. And now we have our drink, let's give it a taste. Okay, very fizzy for sure, since half the glass is club soda. Very frothy, thanks to that egg white that we used. So first thought is that it's good. Not amazing, but good. It kind of reminds me of like a lemonade with not as sweet profile. You know, obviously that 2 ounces of gin that we have in there really comes through. So think of like a strong lemonade that's not as sweet. The froth and the fizz does add extra texture and consistency to the drink. But honestly, I mean, from a visual standpoint, I mean, obviously it's now ruined since I've had to drink it, but before we ruined it, you know, it had that nice just layer of froth and like bubbles just sitting at the top. You know, so it's very aesthetically pleasing in that regard, and then that's also why I like to add that lemon wheel or lemon wedge just to add that extra flair. Like I said, completely optional. It's by no means necessary, but it's just a nice touch. As you drink it more and more, which is why I'm on my like 4th and 5th or 6th sip now, is because you're getting more past the club soda that was sitting at the top and deeper into like your more lemon juice, gin, and simple syrup flavors that kind of get buried at the bottom. Okay, hold on. Yeah, no, as I'm getting further and further into this drink, it's starting to taste better and better. So I might have judged too soon off of that first sip. It went from good to very good. It's still not quite in that like amazing category for me, but very, very good. Probably like a good 8 out of 10. Also, you can add a straw to this if you want to. Again, you know, it's your drink at the end of the day. Make it how you want to make it. Traditionally speaking, one doesn't add a straw to it, but you know, that's up to you. I do like that it has a dynamic taste to it. Like it's not static, like it'll change as you get deeper and deeper into the drink. And I think that's pretty cool. With that being said, guys, thank you for watching this week's episode, and I'll catch you next week for the next round. Peace.